camera's recording, right?
The camera's recording.
All right, cool.
Give me the countdown. 5, 4, 3.
Coming up on the Arkham Asylum podcast, we're having a special guest star. We're talking about Superman versus the Fantastic Four. Who won, and was it a worthy victory? And Joe talks a little bit about how today's youth are interested in comic books. All this and more on the Arkham Asylum podcast, coming at you. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Arkham Asylum podcast. We're on episode 30. I'm Paul.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Ryan.
And Ryan is a special guest star. Marco is missing today in action. He got held up at the airport on the way to Las Vegas. Marco, we hope you're having a good time. So, fellas, we had a busy weekend here. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Yep. But I'd like to introduce Ryan. Ryan is our special guest today. He works at the Arkham Asylum comic book shop, and he happens to have a very interesting side business of his own. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Ryan. I sell toys. I go around anywhere to pick up as much collections as I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to open up a little toy store around here. I've always been in the toys for the last 10 to 12 years. My wife's the reason for it, because when I first met her, she had a toy shop.
Okay.
And I didn't know much about it. I didn't understand why people collected at that time.
So you weren't a toy collector as a kid then?
I was young in the 90s.
Okay.
But, as soon as I hit to be a teen, that all changed.
Right.
Yeah,
Kind of abandoned the toy
most,
collection.
Most kids, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
I know I did.
And then I got back into it about 24, 25. And now it's just blown up. I have 2 toy rooms in my house.
Wow. So how did your interest in this suddenly explode? Do you feel like you held on to your inner child and then you finally got the opportunity to release it? Or is it more of a business side of things where you're enjoying slinging toys to kids? What's the spark for you?
It started off as a hobby, collecting. And then I was just getting so much stuff. I was like, well, why don't we start getting into the toy business? My wife was already in the toy business, so she knew a little bit about it. So we would pick up collections. We would go to the flea market. We would sell stuff at the flea market. We would travel to little tiny toy shows and do whatever we can. And now it's grown. It's really grown. I was doing online for a little bit, but that got really hard. Doing online and trying to do toy store, it's a lot to juggle.
I wouldn't want to mess around with online. People are really judging you and grading you based on the package, the condition of the toy, whatnot. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If something happens during mail in between, they're going to blame me.
So do you have favorites that you like to sling?
I like 90s toys for some reason.
Okay.
I even like selling 90s toys. I'm a big Jurassic Park fan, a big Ghostbusters fan, so I collect a lot of the real Ghostbusters from the 80s, a lot of the Jurassic Park stuff from the early 90s. I have all the play sets basically for Jurassic Park. I think I'm missing one. I even have the firehouse for the real Ghostbusters. Even I got a graded real Ghostbusters on card from England, and it's graded though, but it's a European card back. So It's really, really cool to see. They're rare.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Got to get those across the pond. Not many people are bringing Ghostbusters cards around, right? Honey, let's jump on the boat and bring these Ghostbusters cards to America. Here.
I know, right? But what's really cool about overseas is that there's stuff that they have that we don't have.
Mm-hmm,
and then the same way, things we have that they don't have. So I do have a buddy in England that I talk to all the time. And we're always talking about, I'm always trying to get him to send me stuff. He doesn't know toys much, but I'm like, hey, I'll send you the money. Just get me all these exclusives from England. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. So do you ever do a reverse business with him where he finds you buyers for some of your stuff and then the people overseas can buy your product?
Yeah, he actually has done that for me on his Facebook. He promotes my business on his Facebook all the time. So, I mean, that's good enough. You know what I mean?
Isn't it a lot to ship, though, over there?
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, it is, but if it's worth it, I'll help it. I'll help a collector out. I really, really am in it for the collecting and the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to have high prices. When I see stuff on eBay, I'll knock the price down $15. If it's going for $100, I'll try to sell it somewhere between $70 and $75 if I can get it cheap enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to help other collectors out, because yeah, I understand business is about money, but this is also a community, like a hobby. And you want to help everyone else out. It's kind of like how Pokemon is right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And does that add to the zest for you then, to where it's like, okay, I'm working at a grocery store and I'm selling fresh produce, or I'm here selling these toys and this is like fun and exciting and people are into it. Like, how much of a difference does that make for you?
So I managed a fruit stand at the flea market out here, and I was miserable. I was miserable. But ever since I've been selling toys, I haven't had I've had a couple jobs here and there, but I haven't had to work to the point where I'm coming home miserable all the time. So yeah, I'd say I love it. It's a dopamine, I think it is.
Yeah.
When I'm out there, and even when I'm going to these shows, I'm picking up things that I've never seen before. So
I wonder why they don't do grading for toys.
they do.
They do?
Oh yeah, I have a couple graded toys.
So how's it work? Does it come back like in a plastic container or something? How's it work exactly?
Yeah, it comes in an acrylic container, and the highest grade I've ever seen is a 85. So they go by like 85 instead of 8.5.
Okay.
I have seen 90s, but those were like vintage Star Wars.
Really? People
Yeah.
just kept them like immaculate.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
I really don't know how.
When they come back in there, so do they come back in the box, or they open the box and put the toy in acrylic?
So if it's a loose figure, they'll just put it in an acrylic case.
Yeah.
If it's on card figure, they'll keep it on card, and they'll somehow get it into the case where it just stays in there.
Okay.
So they grade the card, the bubble of the figure that the bubble, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then they grade the figure on top of that.
When
So
you say on card, you mean like the backing?
Yep.
Okay.
So everything has to be nice on the card, the bubble, the backing, and the figure.
Okay.
Unlike if you just send a loose figure, it's just going to be the figure. That's it. In the accessories that it
Mhm.
comes with, if it's complete, stuff like that. I think
What-
it's
Oh no, go ahead.
I think it's a Scratch from the Ninja Turtles line. I think that's who it is. He's in like a prison suit. Someone had a grade of, I think, like an 8.5, which is really good for that. He sold that for $2,200.
Mm-hmm.
So it really hypes up the price, but it's not like Pokemon where you see a lot of graded cards, or comic books where you see a lot of graded cards. Toy grading is a little bit more underground. Not too many people have a lot of them.
Is there like one company that does it, or is it like a bunch of companies?
I think there's two. I know there's one
Okay.
over in England, and I think there's one here in America too.
Okay, and you said you have a couple graded. What do you have graded?
So it's a 1987 real Ghostbusters on card, but it's from England. So on the back, it doesn't have like our toys over here in America, where they have the pictures and all the color on the back of the card. It's just a blank back.
Oh, really?
So you mentioned the real Ghostbusters.
Mhm.
Now, I'm familiar with the story of how we have the Ghostbusters are actually called the real Ghostbusters. And then there's another Ghostbusters. Why don't you break down a little bit the difference between the real Ghostbusters and the fake Ghostbusters?
So the Ghostbusters Filmation, that's what it is. It
Okay.
came out actually before the Ghostbusters cartoon. And I think even before they made the movie with Dan Aykroyd and all them. But for some reason, they had to, because of the cartoon, they had to call themselves the real Ghostbusters, because there was
Mhm.
already a company with the Ghostbusters Filmation. It was similar to like what Ghostbusters do, but they were more like ghost hunters. You know what I mean? Instead of like what we have with the real Ghostbusters, with the proton pack
Yeah.
and humans. It was
They had kind of a
really weird.
kooky Munsters theme to them a little
Yep.
bit, with a Munsters
Ye-
car and,
Yeah.
and the really big Frankenstein-y looking ghost monster in the background. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were different.
And it's still a cool little show to watch. I like watching it every once in a while. I still watch cartoons. I still watch real Ghostbusters. I still watch all that. I think it's awesome. I think kids nowadays are missing out. They have no clue. Like, what we grew up on was the best. Now they have like nothing. I mean, they have animes and stuff like that, but it's not like it was in the 80s and the 90s.
Oh, man, that actually segues into a topic that I wanted to get into a little bit. Now, knowing that you're new to comic books,
Yep.
and Joe is a school teacher, Joe, how would I don't know how much you have the pulse on your students, but how would you say your students are interested in comic books specifically, or nerdy stuff, or how they interact with it and how it?
Well, I feel like we've kind of mentioned it before. I think that I wouldn't say comic books, like they don't collect comic books, but they're into like the Marvel, the movies and stuff like that, and they're into like the lore, I guess you can say, right?
Okay.
Or the lore that the movies give you, not so much the lore that like you would know, that type of thing. Like I think that a lot of people don't know, like with the Fantastic Four movie. I mean, I feel like we can do some spoilers, maybe a little bit, but at the end, one of the end credit scenes, there's Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and there's everything right now in the news, like with Marvel, how Doctor Doom is played by Robert Downey Jr. Like they don't know what's going on. Like why is Robert Downey Jr. Why is Iron Man playing Doctor Doom? Like they don't know the whole lore in the comic books of why that's happening, type of thing, right? So it might be confusing till they see the movie to kind of get a better understanding of that. But that's pretty much where it's at. There's like it's like mainstream. They know the mainstream stuff.
Okay. So that segues right into Fantastic Four versus Superman then. So I've been reading on Google that Superman has decisively beaten the Fantastic Four at the box office. There's no way for the Fantastic Four to catch up. They're too far behind, and their numbers have been continuously dropping in terms of attendance over the second and now the third weekend. That being said, I went and saw Fantastic Four in the weekend, and without giving too much of it away, if you guys will remember on an earlier episode of the podcast, I talked about the two things that I really wanted to see. I wanted to see the recognizable characters and characteristics from the comic books and from the cartoon series and whatnot. And I saw all of that. These guys were recognizable to me as the Fantastic Four, and it was like bringing home old friends. It was outstanding. And the second part, the most important part to me, or just as important a part, would have been the fresh storyline. We got the fresh storyline. They changed things up. They even made it so that the sex change on the Silver Surfer was palatable. Like, how they did that? I don't know. The set pieces, the action, the intensity of the storyline, there was nothing there that was treated with any amount of disrespect. It was all I could have asked for. And I think that even though Superman won, I don't think it was a worthy victory. I think Fantastic Four was a lot better.
So I heard that Superman was a little stale, we'll call it. But then other people were telling me, no, it was great. So I haven't seen it yet. I want to watch it. I'm not a big Superman fan, to be honest. I'm really not. He's never been like, oh, I want to, read him, or I want his toys when I was younger. Nothing like that. Never watched really the movies. I think the really old movies.
The Christopher Reeves movies from
I've
back in the
those.
70s and early 80s.
Yep, with my parents and stuff. But still, it never hooked me. Now, Fantastic Four, okay, I've been getting into Silver Surfer a little bit. Ever since the Death of Silver Surfer came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, what are we now, on issue 2 or issue 3 of that?
I think it's 2 now.
Okay.
I think 3's coming out. But, I mean, now I'm starting to kind of get a little thing for Silver Surfer. I'm like, all right, this guy's pretty cool. I'm not into superheroes, but he's, to me, isn't... What would you consider him? He's not really
like an anti-hero.
No, he's an absolute hero, absolutely. He sacrificed his humanity to save his planet. And then for... untold decades perhaps.
Okay.
He scoured the universe with his mind sort of half locked and him focused on finding planets for Galactus to eat. And then when his humanity reawakens, he feels such tremendous tortured guilt that he ends up having to act. And he constantly acts like a hero in whatever situation he gets into. Sometimes he stumbles into situations where he thinks the right thing to do turns out to be the wrong thing to do.
Okay.
But he's always extremely noble, extremely heroic, and extremely tortured.
Okay, so maybe misunderstood a little?
Yeah, I mean, once he's discovers or awakens from that sort of herald slumber, let's call it, that he's in, like the real Norrin Red ends up coming out. So he's a full-fledged hero, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. And in this instance, in the movie, so is Shalabal. We see that sort of similar thing happen within the movie. Joe, which one was the more worthy movie, Superman or Fantastic Four?
So I think I like them both. I thought they were really good movies, right? I liked Fantastic Four a little bit better, but I think it's because overall I like Marvel better than DC. Also, think that there's more characters that were likable in Fantastic Four, right? I thought the chemistry maybe was a little bit better between the characters, how they kind of work together. But they both were great movies. I think that people didn't like. I think people are kind of like, oh, another Marvel movie.
Yeah.
You know, or another, because like they're just oversaturated. You know,
Yep.
with Disney Plus, all the TV
Yep.
shows, all the movies,
Yep.
and I think that's the reason why people were not okay to go see it. Yeah, that's what I think.
They were, as I was, thinking they were going to get another steaming dose of the huge.
Yeah, and no, it was a good one. It was a good.
It really was. I
Yeah.
was happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
So go out and see it. Prove them wrong. Tell them that Fantastic Four is not going to surrender the day to Superman, which was sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy light, with Superman kind of being like Seth Rogen's Superman.
I liked the movie. It was good.
It was fine. It was fine, but Fantastic Four was like, yeah, this is really what a superhero movie should be like. So I thought it was
Yeah,
a lot better upon reflection.
I agree. Yeah.
So let's talk about what happened to Marco here real quick.
Yeah.
So as I understand it, they all went. They needed to get paper tickets printed for them. Tell me a little bit more. Are you more familiar with
I'm not
what
really
happened here?
familiar with it.
So what I heard was they went to the airport, and the airport was having trouble printing their tickets. Something happened. I don't know exactly what happens, but they were 4 minutes late for their first plane.
They spent 22 minutes trying to get tickets printed.
I have no clue. But
I don't understand how that works. Like, don't you bring a QR code on your phone to the airport and then you scan it and it prints out a boarding pass?
I haven't gone on a plane in a really long time, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that you can do that.
Yeah. Man, can you imagine? So they were supposed to land what? They were supposed to land there Friday night, Saturday night?
So what did they leave? No, they left early Saturday morning, I think, to catch the plane. So yeah, they should have
Okay.
been there like Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
That sound right? And I think their second plane got canceled. I'm not 100% sure about that neither, because it was just information that was passed
Oh,
to
that's
me.
brutal. So the first flight they missed, the second flight gets canceled.
Yep.
And when did they finally land in Las Vegas?
I would hope I'd hope by at least late Saturday night or Sunday morning.
Oh, man. Well, Marco, we hope you're having fun, you and the gang over there. Be safe, and we'll see you when you get back. And next time you take a flight, I would probably print out those boarding passes before you get to the airport.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to work though, right? When you go there, it's supposed to work.
I never trust anything to work at the
True.
airport. When I go on a flight, I'll pack, like, I got my luggage,
Yeah,
and then I
shoe
pack
ready,
a
yeah.
carry-on,
Yeah.
and it's got 4 books, 2 handheld gaming devices, a phone charger, and a pair of headphones. I am prepared to spend upwards of a week with
Yeah.
entertainment at that freaking airport getting trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Always be prepared for that. One year, I took a flight, and I got trapped, and it was New Year's Eve. I was flying back from Rochester on New Year's Eve, and I ended up spending 4.5 hours sitting in a plane at LaGuardia Airport. You know what I did? I read Under the Dome. You know Stephen King's Under the Dome?
That was a TV show too for
Yep.
a little bit.
I blitzed through about 500 pages on that flight, and it was
Wow.
great. I enjoyed that book. But
Yeah.
always be prepared for the worst at
Yep.
the airport. Always.
So Ryan, usually we do like a little segment about what's kind of going on in the store, right?
Okay.
And you've been here, correct? In
Yeah.
the store?
Oh yeah.
So anything big happen? Would you say?
So yeah, we sold not a huge book, but it was a Silver Surfer. I think it was a number 4. If I'm
Mhm.
not sure. I took a picture of it for
The one where
Marco.
it's Silver Surfer versus Thor. It was series 1, written
It
by
was
Stan
actually
Lee.
number 3 we
Oh,
sold.
okay. Mephisto.
Yeah, we
The very
sold that.
first
That was a
appearance.
$300 book.
Okay.
So that sold this week. We had one of our regulars on the Pokemon side like wipe out like $1,500 in one
Yeah,
shot.
I see. The Pokemon was packed
Mm-hmm.
last week, and it's still a lot there. Like there's still a lot of Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
there, but you can tell it's not as much.
Yeah,
as
all
last
those big Sea and Sky boxes.
Yeah.
One guy came in and bought, I think, like 12 or 14 of them.
week. Mhm.
And he went home and he came back and he was telling me, yeah, I hit all these big cards. But that guy that's been buying he's been seriously on a Pokemon thing. Like,
Really?
oh yes. He owns a tree business. So he can have that kind of fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe
And,
he has Pokemon Go and finds them when he's taking downtime from cutting down trees.
I don't know, man. He's just been ripping packs like I've never seen. I mean, I thought I was ripping packs at one point a lot, but this man's serious about his Pokemon right now. Serious.
There's a lot of people who are, right?
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Blows my mind. There's a Chinese 151 card. It's from China. It's a legit Pokemon. It's licensed and everything. It's a $3,000 card if you pull it raw. It's a Gengar Pikachu card. $3,000.
What's the difference between a Gengar Pikachu and a regular Pikachu?
There's only one set that this Gengar, like the difference between the Pokemon?
Is this like a supercharged
So
Super Saiyan
Gengar
Pikachu?
is a
Super Saiyan
he's a
being like
psychic.
Dragon Ball Z and powered up. Yeah, for you
No,
for
he's
you who
like
don't know Dragon Ball.
He's a chubby little, like psychic kind of thing. And then Pikachu's the cute, kind of looks like how would I put it? Almost like a cute, like little, I don't know.
He's a yellow little rosy-cheeked, intentionally rosy-cheeked. So
Yeah.
this yellow-looking cat with a tail that can shoot lightning bolts out of his butt.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah, basically. But it still blows my mind that one card out of a Chinese set can be worth $3,000.
Gengar Pikachu. Maybe he puts like armor on him or something. Like
I think it's just like the art. Like it's just like the art of it. It's Gengar and then it's got like Pikachu in it. And it's just the art that's on the card. That's what everybody's chasing in these Chinese 151s. It's crazy. It just blows my mind. They're everywhere.
Yeah. It sounds like the golden chocobo from Magic Final Fantasy. Those cards are still out there. Edge of Eternity's released a couple of weekends ago. That set's been doing fantastic for drafting, by the way. I don't think either of you guys are interested in Magic, but if you have an opportunity to go draft at your shop, Edge of Eternity's has been where it's at, so check that out. Now, what do we have this week for comic book releases that are upcoming? What's exciting? What are people looking forward to?
Man, this week, I know there was no Mark Spears this week. There was Detective Comics. I think it's 880. Am I right? 880?
Oh, that was last week. Yeah,
That was last week.
Yeah, that was
okay,
last week.
then I don't think so. Not this week. Not to me. There was one book, and I can't remember. It was an indie book that I picked up.
Okay.
And it was, so far I haven't read it, but it's the number one.
The Gotham by Gaslight series is the one that I noticed in there. I read issue 1, Gotham by Gaslight. This one's a lot less of that Victorian style to it than the previous Batman Gotham by Gaslight Elseworlds title, but it's a pretty good payoff if you read the previous one, The Kryptonian Age. So that's a worthy one to pick up and check out. And of course, we haven't gotten our Marvel issues yet.
No.
Stay tuned tomorrow for the 2-minute rundown. We'll have the top 3 for you to pick up. So now, with the 2-minute rundown being said, what I like to do is run down through preseason games on YouTube. And we had one that's of particular interest to us. The Bills played the Giants in the preseason game. Joe, did you get a chance to check that game out?
I did not get to check it out because I was busy doing an escape room. But the Giants did kill the Bills. But it's not, I know it's only preseason.
It's preseason.
Yeah, I did see some of the stats. Winston threw for a touchdown. Dart threw for a touchdown. DeVito threw for a touchdown.
Tommy DeVito.
Yeah,
Tommy
threw for a
DeVito.
touchdown.
Yeah, good Italian guy.
But,
yeah.
I'm not really taking it. I'm taking it with a grain of salt.
It is preseason, but I think you can take heart from Jackson Dart because I watched him. He had a lot of poise. He was getting chased around back there. He made a couple of plays where he escaped the pocket and made first down runs. He had a beautiful throw that was to the corner of the end zone where he connected for a touchdown. So he made the Bills' second stringers look a little bit silly out there. And of course, we didn't have Josh Allen and we didn't have James Cook. James Cook still holding in, awaiting a contract deal. So we're going to see what happens with that. Hopefully they're close with getting Cook signed because I think it hurts their Super Bowl chances pretty significantly if they don't have him on the field.
For sure, 100%. I mean, you need that running back, right, to kind of have that threat to run. And if he's not playing, I mean, because they're going to need a good team. The Bills, they have made it so close for the last how many years would you say? Like
Okay.
5, 6 years, whatever.
Yeah, we're
You
looking
know?
at the sixth year now where we'll have made the playoffs.
Yeah, and I just don't think they have it. I'm sorry. I just don't think they do. I'm not
I
saying
mean,
the
I
Giants do
don't,
either.
I don't blame you for feeling that way. Right
Yeah.
now, I think it has to happen where Kansas City needs to get bumped off by somebody else. I think they have that head block in there a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That being said, we can take out anybody else, I feel like.
You think the Ravens?
Yeah, absolutely. We've beaten them twice in the playoffs in this run.
Yeah. Well, the question I have for you is: let's say that they don't make it to the Super Bowl this year. Do they get rid of Allen?
No, of course not. You hold on to Josh Allen until the end of time.
Really?
Yeah,
Even if he doesn't bring you get you into a Super Bowl.
absolutely. Absolutely. That guy is such an icon in Buffalo. It's so much fun to go out and watch the games or watch him on TV. I mean, he is Buffalo, and you keep fighting to the end. I mean, you look at it this way. Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas didn't win a Super Bowl. Did we cut them after the fourth one? No, of course not. You keep them on, and they retire as Bills.
Mhm.
So he'll always be a great Bill.
Sure.
But eventually, I feel we can get there. But I think a few things have to fall into place. I think we can beat the Ravens. I think we can beat the Eagles if we get that far. I know we can beat the Lions because we beat them last year in their home building. So
you can beat the Eagles. They
I
look
think we
really
can beat
good.
the Eagles. Absolutely. We look really good.
We
We can
lost to the Giants.
we can
but
fight.
okay.
Yeah, it's preseason. Cool.
How do the
How
Patriots?
how are you guys going to
Patriots
do
look
it?
all right.
Yeah.
They might have a good year.
Do they?
I think they might have an okay year.
Yeah.
Better than the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
They
What do you
are
think, Paul?
predicted to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they look all right.
So maybe
Drake
my
May is pretty good.
maybe my dad will have a good year then, because every time the Patriots don't make it, I can tell. I can tell when he's unhappy about all that.
I don't understand after having such an electric dynasty how anybody in New England can ever be unhappy if New England has a bad season.
That's true, but here's what happened when Brady went to Tampa. Oh, my dad was mad because my dad's he played semi-pro for a little bit and all that. He played with actually some of the Patriots back in the 90s. So when Brady, he was calling him a traitor. He's like, screw Brady, all this. But the funny thing was, years before that, it was praise Brady. You
Yeah,
get what I'm
yeah.
saying? And a lot of Patriots fans from New England, because I'm from Massachusetts, they were serious about that. They were mad. Some of them
sure.
weren't. Some of them went to Tampa. Some of them followed him. Some of the Patriots fans weren't Patriots fans. They were Brady fans. So when Brady went to Tampa, they went to Tampa.
Yeah.
It was a really weird thing.
The fair weather fans fell off
Yeah.
like particulate off of something melting in water. Not melting in water, but like the chemical reaction
Yeah.
of the particulate. You drop in salt and it dissolves
Solves. Yep.
into sodium and
Yep.
chloride. That it was a spectacular year actually when Brady beat the Chiefs. Brady and the Bucks beat the Chiefs because the Bucks have
Oh, yeah.
a pretty good core of football players, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to have a good core of players again this year. I think the Bucks are my sleeper team to make it to the Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield has numbers that are better than a lot of quarterbacks, and he was, I think, he was voted 10th in MVP consideration.
Wow.
I mean, the guy's just got heart and guts for days.
Mhm.
You look at what happened to him in Cleveland. He got cut from Cleveland for playing injured the entire season. How do you do that to a guy?
Really?
This is Cleveland. This is why Cleveland is Cleveland. So this guy puts his body on the line to keep his job, to keep you guys in contention, and then you just treat him like trash.
That's
so
crazy.
he had to go through two more teams to get back to the Bucks to a spot where he could compete at a high level again,
Yeah.
and he made it.
That's
I love Baker.
insane.
You know, I mean, at first Baker came out. Yeah, he was a bit of a crap talker
Yeah.
when he got out of college. Hey, the guy's a little bit annoying, but I've learned to respect and even like the guy. So
Huh.
it's a great turnaround.
Interesting.
And if by God, if my beloved Buffalo Bills can't make it, I hope Tampa does because I like Tampa.
Okay. Okay. Is that where you're originally from? New York?
Rochester. yeah.
Rochester,
About an
okay.
hour outside of Buffalo.
Okay.
So I grew up with the pain of the 4 Super Bowl losses. From my perspective, if we can just win one Super Bowl, just one Super Bowl, I will be very happy if we never win a Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
Because we've been so close and experienced that loss
Yeah.
so many times. So for me, people that have their team has won 6 Super Bowls, greed is such a powerful driving force. We see it in the comic book and card shop.
Yep.
We see it in life. We
Yep.
see it in people that are performing at their jobs. They lie, cheat, and steal in order to be able to get an extra buck.
Of course.
Greed is horrible.
It is.
So appreciate it, Patriots fans. You had the greatest dynasty of all. Your souls can rest.
Yep.
What more can you ask
That's
for?
true. That is true. Now, were you a fan when Bledsoe was on the Bills?
Yeah, absolutely.
You were.
Yeah.
I remember all that, and I still remember the first Brady game too. Like when Bledsoe got injured,
Mhm.
and they put Brady in.
Yeah.
And he took him right to the Super Bowl. And I can understand why people really did like him. Now I can really understand now that he's retired. He was a monster.
What,
He-
Bledsoe?
No, Brady.
Well,
Brady
Bledsoe was a monster too. Don't
Bledsoe
forget that he
was.
led them to a Super Bowl.
He
Yeah.
did lead them, but didn't he lose? Didn't they lose
got
that Super
injured.
Bowl?
Barely to the Packers.
It was the
Did he
Packers.
get
Barely.
injured?
He did not get injured that year. He was like a rock up until he had that injury that
Yeah.
got Brady into the game.
Yep.
Bledsoe's characteristic was that he was like a statue in the pocket.
Yep.
Made great reads, smart, cannon for an arm.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very limited mobility, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And people tended to pick on that because the NFL was evolving more towards a mobile quarterback type game.
Yep.
Even Peyton Manning could move around a little bit better than
Oh.
Bledsoe did.
And that was the time of Vic
Yeah.
too. Michael Vick was he was
He's
just
amazing.
everywhere.
Yep.
And that guy for the Steelers that had played for Colorado Buffaloes, what was his name? Shoot, that's going deep into the playbook.
That is.
Yeah.
He plays.
Cordell Stewart.
Oh,
Cordell
yeah,
Stewart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I actually went to school with Jordan Todman. He played for the Chargers for a little bit. I think he had an early retirement. He was at my high school. He got
Mhm.
drafted, I think, out of college.
Really?
Went to the Chargers.
Was he like a
I think he was
mobile? Was he mobile quarterback? Or
I
no?
think he was a running back or a half.
Oh,
I
really?
can't remember, but he didn't last too long in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like you said, money and greed got to
Yep.
him, and things went the wrong way for him because he retired early. And I mean, in high school, he was one of the biggest in high school around our area. Everyone knew of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But now it seems like no one knows who he is. It's crazy.
Hmm.
High school, he was everywhere, name everywhere, made it to the NFL, and
That's usually how it goes with
Did
like
nothing.
you know.
did nothing.
You're taking your shot at greatness, and the best of the best get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah,
in that.
that's true.
And it sucks. But one guy that is a local from Daytona is a co-owner of the Bills, a part owner of the Bills.
Really?
Yeah. Want to take a guess as to who it is?
You?
No. I did it. I bought a share. I'm a co-owner of the Bills. That would be amazing.
Man,
Are you really?
did?
No, not at all. No, it's somebody far more well-known and accomplished than I.
Who?
Vince Carter.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Vince
really?
Carter, yeah. And Tracy McGrady, too. But Vince Carter, Daytona's own, is a part owner of the Buffalo Bills. And I'm so proud.
That's
I'm so proud.
crazy.
Because I got to meet him when he opened up his restaurant years and years
Who,
ago.
Vince Carter?
Yeah.
which one's his restaurant around
The
here?
one that on LPGA was Vince Carter's restaurant. He
What was-
opened it up for his mom.
Now it's what
It's
is
a
it?
Stonewood.
Stonewood, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I know he went to high school out here, right?
He did. He went to
Mainland.
Mainland. Yeah.
Mainland.
And at that restaurant opening ceremony, Mayor Glenn Ritchie gave him the key to the city. That
Really?
was a cool moment.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
actually kind of
cool.
cool.
Yeah, Vince Carter's he was a good basketball player. I mean, he was
Yeah.
fun to watch, and he seems like a good guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Great basketball player. Vinsanity.
And he's done a lot for the community
Dunkmeister.
too. A
Yeah,
lot for the community.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That-
he
he's a
built
great role model for
he built
kids.
one of the courts for him, right? At
For
the high
Mainland.
school.
Mainland,
Yeah.
yeah, he has like the gym there.
Yeah.
It's like double 2-story gym or whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mainland from the outside, one of the nicest looking high schools you're ever going to see.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just drive down International Speedway, you can see it.
Oh yeah.
It's across from the college.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful high school. You're right. You're right.
So, Joe, I have failed to ask. You had your first day of school is today.
Yeah, it was today.
What are you
know.
looking forward to for this upcoming semester?
Just looking forward to kind of meeting my students. You know, I teach online, so so I'm just looking forward to the first day of actually me teaching the students and teaching science and kind of getting to know my students and working with the families and just doing some of the fun things that I do throughout the year, like getting pied, eating weird stuff. I eat like weird pizzas and stuff like that. So I'm just looking forward to kind of doing all those silly things.
What's the weirdest pizza you've eaten?
Oh man, weirdest pizza. I don't know. They usually I usually get like a slice of pizza and I put like Nutella on it, peanut butter on it, spaghetti on it,
Oof.
pepperoni on it. I put the kids vote for what goes on the pizza. So it's like sour, gummy worm, Sour Patch Kids,
Ooh.
Starburst, like whatever, Cheetos, all these like weird hot sauce, whatever this goes on this one pizza. I just eat it.
You have to eat the whole pizza?
I do. I do.
Oh,
I don't have to, but I do
no.
eat it for
Oh.
the kids.
Well, that's good.
It's all right.
That's good. You
No,
do it
no,
for the
actually,
kids.
the last year was not very good. Last year it was a lot. It was like I was like the last couple bites I was like, ugh, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I ate it all.
Did you ever have to toss your cookies after eating one of these pizzas?
No, I know. No, I don't like to throw up, so I'm gonna keep it down. I'll suffer.
Would you say you have an iron constitution then for handling these things?
I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's just a bunch of candy and stuff like on a pizza. It's not terrible, right?
But if it's got spaghetti sauce though, which is kind of like a bittersweet, and then you just got the sugar.
Oh.
I mean,
There's
I
a lot of
guess
sugar.
salt and sugar goes into anything to make it taste good.
Yeah.
But
Well, like in California, they put like peanut butter on their crust, on their pizza. They put peanut butter on it
Ooh.
in some places in California. So like my friend, like he actually introduced this to me like years and years ago. But he's like putting peanut butter on the bottom of his pizza and then eating. I was like, that's gross. But I tried it and actually is really good. It's actually really good because it's just like sweet and then like the salty. It's good. It's good.
interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I do a bunch of weird stuff. Like a couple years ago, they planned my day at Disney, so they had me and I record it all, so then the kids get to see it. Like the kids who were done early with their classes, I send the video out, and they planned my day, like, how I got to the park, like monorail, ferry boat. They all took like a vote. They voted on the rides. I got the ride, so they had me ride Small World like 3 times. I did all
That's
these,
a lot of waiting in line.
Yeah.
yeah. So I did all these
Ooh.
like weird things, and last year they planned my day, so I had to wear like a Chewbacca outfit all day with like like a pink wig, and I had to watch Lion King, and they had me go to like Chick-fil-A for breakfast, and I got Starbucks. They picked my order for Starbucks and whatever. So they just vote for my day, and I record it and I send it to them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fun.
I had to do a Chewbacca suit one year. My buddy has a marketing agency in Tampa, and he was hosting this shooting competition,
Mhm.
sort of a shooting / athletic competition. And he had me dress up in the whole Chewbacca suit, and I was there cheering people on, making the Chewbacca noise. Oh, that's terrible.
That's not a good- that's not
I
a
was
good
not
one.
I was not prepped at all.
No. That's a little better.
A little better, but
Yeah.
not great. I'll do my Jabba for you one day, but I know how hot it can get in that Chewbacca suit.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
Jabba the Hutt too? What do you do there?
Oh, Chachawachi Chu Solo.
That's not bad either. That's
awesome.
Pretty good, yeah. You need to get a Jabba suit.
A Jabba suit. Now that sounds even better than a Chewie suit.
Yeah.
They'll melt off even a couple more pounds. But I'm doing good though. Doing good with eating.
That's good.
And that's
I've
yeah.
been trying.
So what accomplishments do you have to report in this week with the trying to keep up on your eating? What's the freshest, most delicious thing you ate this week?
I went to St. Augustine this past weekend. I kind of fell off a little bit, but I've been trying to
That can happen.
eat like breakfast, not a big breakfast, not like huge or anything, right? But then eat like a protein shake or just little snacks for lunch, not anything really heavy, and then try to eat like a normal dinner or whatever. But I've been trying to go ahead and really not eat like a huge lunch and a huge dinner. Just try to eat healthier for lunch and then not too bad for dinner either, not like something huge. So that's what I've been trying to do. How about you?
I've been at it, man. I've been buying fresh vegetables, keeping to the outer ring of the grocery store that they tell you about, the vegetables, the meats, cooking chicken,
Yeah.
eating my hard-boiled eggs, making salad with vine-ripened tomatoes and vinaigrette dressing. And I've stayed out of Moe's the past month and a half. Moe's, I love you. I just overeat when I go to Moe's.
Same.
I overeat anywhere I go. I've been really bad. And what really got me is last year at the end of the school year, like the second half of the school year, I was going out to eat lunch, like way too much, like Chick-fil-A. I would say I would probably eat fast food 2 to 3 times a week. That's not good for you.
Mm-mm.
No, so I'm not going to do that this year. Like I'm going to cut that out of my diet pretty much. So
It'll help.
yeah,
It helps to visualize how much food you're putting into your stomach. Like man, this seems like 4 chicken tenders isn't very much food. And then you look at it and then you place it in your stomach and you visualize it like, holy shit, that's really making my stomach expand.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing for me is visualizing that it doesn't look like it's a lot of food because I can go in and eat a buffet, or eat a whole pizza, but I don't want to do that anymore.
Well, I do want to do that, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And not only that, after you go ahead and like I would do these shakes, right? And I had my protein shake, and then I'll put a bunch of fruit in it, and I would just feel so much better.
Yeah.
Like my body and mental, like everything just feels so much better after I'm done eating like a fruit shake than eating like a Chick-fil-A. Like Chick-fil-A, during the eating process, when I'm eating Chick-fil-A, it's wonderful. Like I love it. During when I'm eating that fruit smoothie, it's okay. It's not the best. I would rather, during the eating process, I'd rather have the fast food. But after the fact, like an hour later, feel 100% better if I eat with a shake, like a fruit shake or something, you know?
Yeah, it really helps to settle your stomach.
Like energy, everything, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and it's nice to not be sleepy in the afternoon. It's just so nice to not be sleepy in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what else do we have to talk about here? What is coming up on the nerd calendar that we need to be aware of?
Well, you got the new Predator, what is it, Badlands?
Oh, that looks really good. Did you see the trailer for that, Paul?
I did not.
It looks really, really good.
It does look good. I think my issues with it, I have a few issues, and it's personal opinion. I don't like.
You love Predator. First, let's talk about.
Oh
this.
yeah, I'm a huge Predator fan. When I first watched it when I was a kid, at that time when I was a kid, I always wanted to be in the military. So my dad, my mom were like, "Oh, let's watch this movie," and I didn't realize that it was gonna be what it was. I thought it was a war movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Predator came out at the end. That was it for me. I was hooked.
Okay.
I was hooked. And you got to remember, I was born in 91, so I missed out on the release. I wasn't old enough to even... So when I got to about maybe 8 or 9, maybe 10, that's when I got really hooked on Predator.
Okay.
And it's just the point of... The Predator has rules, and no one's ever done that with an alien. He respects... Like, when he took his mask off in front of Arnold, that was the Predator saying, look, I respect you, but we're going to finish this fight. And there's no one else that's like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's no one that has rules to their hunting. Now, to get to this new movie, the new movie, the face is very CGI'd. I don't like CGI.
I don't either to a point.
To a point, correct. When you CGI a face, it looks weird. I mean, some movies have been able to pull it off, but with Predator, it doesn't look right. And I think they're just, like, they want to keep Predator going, but they've done all the hunting. You got Predator 1, Jungle Hunter. You got Predator 2, that's the City Hunter. Then you had Aliens versus Predator, which people weren't so happy about. I loved it.
Oddly, I
awesome.
liked it. It sort of interlinked the two species.
Yep.
And... I don't know. But would you say then the Predator's story is pretty much told?
It is in the comics, 100%.
We got about 18,000 pieces of Predator information. Like, I think one of the things that made that movie so cool was how mysterious that race was, right? Yep. Like, there was a whole lot of mystery to unravel.
Yep.
Once the mystery unravels, kind of like you hit your saturation point.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. Like, I love the concept of the Predator. I love the concept of the different species, the different bounty hunters, the fugitives, the elders, this, that. That's awesome. But you can, like you said, you can only hunt so many things before it's like, what do we do next in a movie? Because they did it in the comics. I mean, they were hunting each other at one point. So, and then the only cool thing I liked is I'm a big Independence Day fan. The movie Independence Day.
Good movie.
I have a thing for aliens, like alien species coming to it. You know, I just have a thing for it. And they added those aliens into the Predator and Alien universe. So those aliens from Independence Day, they exist in the Predator and Aliens universe.
Really?
Yes.
Why did that happen?
I have no clue, but they were showing a trophy wall in the trailer, and I stopped it, and I was like, I know that skull. And I started doing research, and everyone else did too, and we were like, it's the Independence Day ones, because they have that weird shaped head in Independence Day.
They look a lot like Predators.
Yes.
Except for that quad unfolding mouth.
Yeah, the ecto. They have like they have a different suit they wear. They're like little guys in the big alien suits in Independence Day. But when they showed that skull, I was super happy because I collect the toys from that too. Like I'm a big. It could be any kind of aliens. I have the War of the Worlds from the 40s on record.
Oh, really?
I have that. Yeah, I have it. It's just something about aliens. It's just always.
Do you think they're real?
They're real and they're spectacular.
Could you imagine, though, if we had a species like Predator that actually came down here and hunted us and did all that? Like, just think about that. That'd be crazy.
it's
With the
happening. Maybe it's
vastness of
happening.
this universe, there isn't anything that I couldn't conceive of being possible.
True. That is true. I mean,
That's true. You're right.
do I believe in aliens? Yes.
It's not religion. You don't have to believe in them, profess your faith.
Yeah, it's one of those
It
things
just
like you
seems
want
it's
to.
possible.
Yeah,
it'd be
you
fun.
want to.
Use your imagination. Don't get bogged down by your own limited conception
Exactly.
of reality
Exactly.
and physics and whatnot. I mean,
if you look at reality physics, it says aliens are real, most likely, right?
it
I mean,
says
yeah.
that the possibility exists.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So I want to try one little quick segment here
Okay.
called a hot take special, where we each give a hot take that might be very controversial
No.
and it might get people talking real quick. And I'll start. It'll give you guys time to think of one because I just brainstormed this idea while you were talking about it.
Okay.
The notion of the Predator kind of being the story being told, the threads being extended as far as they can go for the interest. My hot take is that the exact same thing has happened with Star Wars. I think that Star Wars has hit the limits of creativity in all of their expansions and all of their universe and all of their characters. I think they've hit that point where the stories are starting to decline somewhat. I think they've hit their limit of creativity. That's my hot take. How do you guys feel about that?
I agree.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. Yeah.
I think they need to come up with something new. Like I need Star Wars. There's so many stars out there. Let's just have a new story.
Yeah, how about
Totally.
a new property.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I stopped watching Star Wars after episode 1. It just got really weird after episode 1. Clone Wars, I've seen, little pieces here and there, and I know a little bit what's going on, but nothing beats the original 3 that came out.
I would say a lot of things beat the first one. The first one
I
was a
liked the
very
first
one. I did
boring
too.
I
movie.
liked it too.
I know-
But again, I watched
Okay.
I watched 3 or the 3 what you call 3-6. The Return of the Jedi was the first
Yeah,
one that I
yeah.
watched, and then I watched Empire Strikes Back, and I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then I watched the first Star Wars. I'm like, damn, this movie is boring. Like,
Yep.
what the heck is going on here? So there is a lot of setup, but for me, nothing beats those second and third movie, except for maybe Revenge of the Sith.
I haven't
missed
seen that
out
yet.
on Revenge of the Sith is a very, very good movie.
Okay.
It delves into a lot of sort of pseudo-religious themes.
Okay.
The heart of the story is in there and great
Yeah,
action.
that's good. I like that one too.
Yeah. And then, of course, we can ignore the post-Quill trilogy because
I like those too. I like them all. Whatever. What do you guys want? What do you guys want? You want George Lucas outside the theater giving handshakes or high fives at the end? Like, what? It's all right. I like them.
okay. I mean, that's
okay.
fine. I was bored to tears. No,
Okay.
not bored to tears. Yeah, I was bored to tears by that last movie.
Okay.
And I went in excited. And I
Did
was
you
just like-
really?
yeah, and I was like, this is exactly what I expected to happen. You have to defy expectations in order to be able to create surprise. You set it up, you lay the clues, and then you pull the swerve. Can you do it without people reading your intention? That is the key.
Well, which one was it where they blow up the ship, Princess Leia goes out into space, she dies.
It's like the
she's
second one.
and then
the
all of
new
a
one.
sudden they use the
Yeah,
Force
that
to
was
bring her back.
Episode 8?
Yeah.
I watched that and I was like, I'm done. And I shut it off.
I actually thought
like,
that
I'm
was
done.
kind of cool.
I mean, it was cool, but I mean, it's like, come on, you're really running out of
Yeah,
really.
that's what they're. Yeah, you're
You
right.
get what I'm saying?
I give Ryan Johnson, a lot of credit for trying to swerve expectations
Of
and
course.
create surprise
Of
with that
course.
movie.
Mhm.
Because the hero, the Han Solo of the future, I don't even remember the guy's name, but the Han Solo of the future was, instead of being like
Finn?
this, no, not Finn. Finn,
Poe Dameron?
yeah, Poe Dameron. Thank you,
Okay.
Poe Dameron. He has a comic book series.
Yeah.
Poe Dameron.
Isaac.
Um,
Isaac. What's his real name? Isaac. I forget.
I don't remember either. But anyways, Instead of being this sort of getting away with going against the wishes of the command, they lock him up. That was interesting. Okay, that could happen within a military structure. I wasn't expecting that. And then they go in and they kill Snook like halfway through the second movie. It's like, isn't Snook?
Snoke.
Snook.
Snook is the person from Jersey Shore.
Snooky. Yeah, the irritating girl. But wasn't Snoke supposed to survive the whole trilogy? It's
I
like,
don't know.
okay, that's interesting. But then they had to do Luke the way they did Luke, like dying practically off camera because he projected his essence. That's not what I wanted.
Yep.
So I understand subverting expectations, and I like the Knives Out movies that he makes. Those
Yeah.
are good stories, right?
Yeah.
But this one, it left me cold. And then they tried to go back to the tried and true for the final movie of that, and it was just sadly predictable.
Okay. Ryan, you got a hot take or no?
Yeah, I would have to say not all modern comic books, but most. There's some that like they're just keep. It's just crazy. It's like Wolverine's coming out every week or every month, or Wolverine versus Deadpool versus this. Kind of seems like some of the comic books are starting to do that too. Like they're just running out of ideas.
Yeah.
It feels like that's why I think modern comics right now aren't doing like as well as they should be. I think they should have. I really do think they should maybe even come up with a new superhero or something.
Yeah, I agree
You
with
know
you.
what I
Yeah.
mean? And it just seems like they're throwing out the same stuff at you. Oh, Deadpool's still hot. Let's throw some Deadpool back in there. Oh, Wolverine's always going to be hot. Let's throw some Wolverine in there. My personal opinion is because they haven't been doing Silver Surfer stuff in a while, right?
And now they do the death of Silver Surfer, which, okay, they want to do a startling, shocking death of. They've done death of Doctor Strange, death of Wolverine, death of Captain Marvel, death of this, death of that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I
That's
agree
my
with you.
opinion.
I agree.
I like 90s books, and I think 90s is where you start seeing a lot of these independent stuff coming out. Dark Horse and like stuff like
Yeah.
that. And that's what I really fell in love with.
It's interesting you mentioned the 90s because we had a lot of oversaturation in the 90s, too.
Oh, God,
we had
yes.
10 X-Men titles a month,
Yep.
and half of them were just utter crap. I ought to know. I was stupid enough to buy all of them. We had Spider-Man and the Clone Saga. The Spider-Man Clone Saga will fill up a short box, 150 books of J.M.D. Mateus droning on and on and on and on and just ruining it. Like, oversaturation is a serious problem. New characters, not gender swaps, not race swaps.
Yes, thank you.
New characters.
Yes, new characters. Because I've noticed that they've been doing a lot of gender swaps and making certain people, it's been really weird to hear because in the 90s, everything was a lot different. And then, like I said, like with a lot of the independent stuff, I think the independent stuff was doing a lot better at that time in the 90s. You had like my wife really likes Evil Ernie, Lady Death, Hack and Slash, stuff like that. That's like underground, comic books.
You're missing the biggest one too, the Image Boys.
Oh God.
The Super Saturators. You had Liefeld,
You did.
Larson,
You did.
Valentino,
That's true.
McFarlane. Who was the artist for the X-Men in the 80s? Oh God, I can't believe I'm forgetting this one. I always forget this one. What am I talking about? You had Whilce Portacio, and you had
Was it Frank Miller too doing
no.
stuff in
Frank
the 80s?
Miller was early. 80s,
Early?
yeah.
Okay.
But yes, the Image Boys.
Well, I mean, okay, so yeah. I never really got into any of those except Walking Dead was Image, wasn't it?
The Walking Dead wasn't available at the 90s.
But it was in the
2000s.
early 2000s.
Yeah, when they restructured. Kirkman became the CEO.
Of Image.
Mhm.
Really? I didn't know that.
And indies are really experiencing a resurgence right now. Transformers, G.I. Joe
That's
are
true.
not Marvel property. They're Image.
That's true.
Let's see. The Spawn universe is experiencing something of a renaissance.
Well, I mean, McFarlane's gone too far with Spawn. I mean, Spawn's awesome, don't get me wrong.
I
and
agree.
I love McFarlane. I love Todd McFarlane when he was doing the movie Maniacs in the early 2000s when he was making those horror figures. Loved his figures. Spawn's It's okay. I like it. I like the movie, like the cartoon, loved it, read a couple of the books. But he's even gone like with it.
There's 50 titles right now, it seems like.
Yes.
And you want to wonder why my box is a little bit extra full.
That is true.
Most of it is all of those Spawn titles that
Yeah.
I haven't even been able to keep up with now.
The
I'm
Sam
like,
and Twitch.
oh
and-
my God, what
it's
have
crazy.
I done? Yeah, the Sam and Twitch.
Crazy.
It started off really cool. Should have been a mini series.
Yeah, it should have.
But yeah, man, less is more, guys.
Yep.
I know you need to make money.
Yep.
Do different stuff, but the indies are at least the saving grace right now for
Yeah.
comic books.
I agree.
The Ghost Machine in particular, I love those. I think they're releasing them at just the right pace.
Okay.
Joe, I
Yes.
know you've got a hot take,
I do,
man.
and it's a pretty good one too. Okay, guys. So here's my hot take: is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is it between two pieces of bread?
Yes.
It's a sandwich.
Yep, I agree.
Oh man, really? You guys really think a hot dog is a sandwich?
I don't
I mean,
know.
you
But, I mean,
put,
it's
I
you
really
put-
don't know.
You put condiments on it. I said condom. You
But a sandwich is two separate pieces of bread. A hot dog is one connected.
So
bread.
would it be a roll? Like would it be like a hoagie roll, kind
It's
of
a
like
bun.
like a hoagie?
But if you're making that assertion, Joe, the pub sub is not a sandwich.
I see what you're saying. 'Cause they are connected, huh?
They are connected.
Yeah, that is a sandwich though. Pub sub is a sandwich.
Correct. And so
Yeah.
is a hot dog.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
You put stuff on it. You slap it in between two pieces of bread. It's a sandwich.
Well, that's all I got for you, and we're getting close on time here, Paul. So why don't you close this out?
Okay, so thank you very much for joining us this week for the podcast. Next week, we're going to have a lot more to talk about, including trash talk for the upcoming fantasy draft. Ryan, are you
Oh,
joining
yeah.
us for the fantasy draft?
Probably not, because I don't do much sports.
Okay.
I don't blame you, man. Sports.
Yeah.
I wish I have like a time machine. I can go back in time and be like, don't like sports, Joe. Don't like it.
You're telling me, Joe, when we watched that first field goal go wide right, I knew pain like I'd never known pain before. We're talking about Super Bowl 25. The Bills, Scott Norwood, they even
Why?
made a movie
Why you
about
want to
it.
put yourself through
called
that though?
Ace
Why?
Ventura. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So why even do it though?
Because I could have done so much more with my life if I wasn't distracted by. I still
Me
can,
too.
but
Me too.
I'm still young and vigorous. So, anyways, we're going to talk about more nerdy stuff
Yeah.
too. We'll look at the movie calendar for the upcoming remainder of this year, and we'll be here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
I'm Joe.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Ryan.
Doodly doodly doo.